If somebody said that you had horse hair, would you take that as a compliment or not? Oh no! It is the Ohno Radio Show. My name is Owen. I am the captain of your shit ship. Along with me is the garbage weed of podcasting, Ty. And the fentanyl of podcasting, Mikey. That's right. That's right.
I'll kill you. I'll fucking kill you.
And I'm your captain.
Or I'll kill your podcast. Who knows?
My name is Owen, and it's good to be back, guys. It's good to see you. I've been gallivanting.
I thought you were galling around. I'm like,
just galling around. Just
cross-dressing that one?
Just do no galling around, you know.
That was a good
you go to Austin and you start cross-dressing?
Yeah. Went to Austin, did some cross-dressing.
It turns out, Ty, whenever Owen does a gig, he's actually a wiener. He applies for all the gigs as a woman.
Yep.
Yeah. No.
And he does cross-dressing brunch at all the hot spots across the city.
I am the hamburger of Mary's now. I am the one.
Ooh, that's a tough moniker.
I would be I think, all right, drag queens are better when they're fat, number one. So, fatter drag queens always work because they.
So you're saying I'm the queen of the drag queen
of the Ohno Radio Show. I don't know. We've been over this before. Who would be the better drag queen? I still think it is Ty. Ty.
I'm going to be pretty fabulous. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
He's got those long legs, you know?
Yeah.
Long legs.
Bro, and if he shaved himself smooth.
Ooh, smooth Ty.
Smooth Ty.
I need
zero hair.
I need the Hank Hill butt implants though. That's the only thing I require. Otherwise, the no butt just takes me out.
You have zero butt like me.
I have actual negative butt.
Yeah,
it goes concave bottom.
Yeah, it goes in. It goes in. I've touched it. I've seen it. I know.
I heard it was lost to explorers for 1,000 years.
Yep. It's a curse that remains strong.
But yeah, I've been all over this nation. By all over, you can't do that on Twitch, buddy.
Are you sure?
Can you not do that? I mean, I know no one listens or anything, but it's not helping matters much.
My bad.
Don't pay attention to that anyway. I'm not cutting that out. I've been I had a work gig over there in Austin, Texas, and then I went and saw my buddy over to our buddy Tom in Atlanta.
Fucking right.
So just first off with the work gig, man. I'm making decent money, but man, this is a lot of work. I'm just,
That's
really,
usually what.
all this work and stuff. Oh gosh,
I don't think you had it that bad, homie.
Man, there's just so much work. I almost had to unload a box from the truck this time. I almost had to do that, and I was.
You have grunts. Use your grunts.
Oh, I used them. Good.
Delegate.
I was delegating good. I had this really fat guy that barely spoke any English, and he hooked all my shit up wrong. Francisco really let me down, but he did do all the hard work that I didn't want to do. And what's weird though is telling me, because I'm 38 years old. This guy's got to be 54.
Sure.
It is weird telling people that are way older than you to what to do. There is something.
Get it the fuck together.
Yeah.
Just move it from here to here.
Yeah.
I'll plug it in.
Yeah, exactly. Put that speaker on that stand. Still fuck some of that up. Whatever. It all went pretty well. My gig went pretty smooth. I did enjoy my time in Austin this time around, because last time I was in Austin, I got COVID, so I was stuck in the hotel. Didn't really get to see much of it. But if you can remember all the way back, it's a few years ago now, when I was there, I talked about the bridge troll that I encountered.
I do remember this.
Yeah. She had big old floppy titties, big black lady, and she was like topless underneath the bridge, homeless, topless, crazy, just screaming into the universe,
into the night,
indeed. Well, I saw her again.
Oh, she was still there. Same bridge.
Okay, she had lost a little bit of weight. She's still slight. I mean, I see this as an improvement, because she did have a top on, one shoe, and wasn't screaming as much. So
were you at the same fucking hotel?
Not the same hotel, but only a couple blocks from the hotel I was at the last time. So
did you go out of your way to check for our bridge troll?
I did not, but this hotel was fairly near the bridge where I encountered the bridge troll. So it all adds up. But speaking of the hotel, on these trips, these corporate AV trips, it's very customary, of course, that they put you up in the hotel that the job is, going to happen in.
Right?
Usually, yeah. It's very. I've not ever encountered that they haven't, right? And so, but you obviously have to put your credit card down for incidentals, or like if you get room service or everything like that. Or of course, if like you're just an asshole and completely destroy the room, they've got a credit card.
There's you, Owen.
Right.
Or if you smoke weed or cigarettes.
Yeah. Which I don't do. I don't even play that game, right? Like, because this all goes on our me and Teresa's shared credit card. It also doesn't look good for,
it most certainly doesn't.
It doesn't look good for the client, anything like that, right? So,
I got in trouble one time.
Yeah.
Do they still have like pornos on the like TVs in hotels?
They do.
Oh yeah.
Even with the accessibility of everyone has a phone, and if you honestly wanted to look at
but
porn,
it's porno for money, and somebody is still going to buy it.
Yeah, you're right.
No matter what.
You're right.
Okay.
Yeah. And it is still there. I never do that. But what is interesting, of course, in Texas, a lot of those sites now are blocked. Like
What?
Yeah. They are real heavy on the anti-porno in Texas.
So wait, are you saying I can't get to xhamster.com?
I think that one you're okay. The shadier sites you can get to, like X videos, you can get to, no problem.
Okay.
X, like, trust me, it's not like completely blocked, but like, say for instance, Pornhub, when you go there, they have a whole thing where you've basically got to like have a login. You can't just go on anonymously.
I encountered this randomly.
Yeah.
I remember because there was something. It's a whole dumb story, but I was at work and I was trying to find something to
at work, try to jack off, kill some time.
Pound one out.
It honestly wasn't that. It came up in conversation, and I was like, "Oh man, I got to find this one video just so I could be like, you have to know this one video." And so I searched it, and it had the big disclaimer of there's new laws being passed, and wherever the fuck it was.
That's what it was with this one. It's basically like, due to the stance of pornography in the state of Texas, we have taken this stance that to prove like your age or whatever, you have to have a verified account with such and such to be able to view our site. Now, like,
but it's also
other
weird.
Ones don't care, right? Like, it's Wild West, but
it's also weird because it was like routing my like lookup to some other state. It wasn't Texas, but it had similar laws like Texas.
Well, honestly, you can VPN back to Florida. You can VPN anywhere, and you're fine, right? It circumvents all of that, but it's not really what I'm saying.
It's still weird though.
It's still weird.
Fucking weird.
It's still definitely weird. So I'm at the hotel, and me and Teresa have a nightly call. We text throughout the day, and when I'm away, we always have a nightly call. And it's about like 2-3 days into the trip. She's like, "Hey, so I got a couple of like weird charges on the credit card. I just happened to check the statement." And I was like, "Oh, really? Why? What's up?"
Was it Pornhub?
It was not. So there was a the regular charge, which was weird because they had screwed up my reservation to begin with, and they only had me down for 4 days instead of 5, and I needed to be there for 5 days. So already that's an issue. They had taken the $400 charge, $100 a day for the hold on the card for incidentals. That's common, but then there was I think it was a $1,600 charge. All right,
what the fuck?
It was a hold. It was pending, but it was a $1,600 charge on the card. And I talked to basically my boss of this particular gig, and he's like, "Don't worry."
Yeah, you had to set up your own incidentals.
Always, yeah. Just
really?
$100 a day. You put the credit card down, they put a hold on the card, and that comes back at the end of the trip if everything's cool, right?
Yeah, but doesn't normally whoever hired you
not
set
the
all that
incidentals,
up?
not the incidentals. No, that's no,
Okay.
never the incidentals. So anyway, talk to the front desk. I literally went through about eight trips back down to the front desk to get this resolved. They were less than helpful. Finally, the production manager just went, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna pay for the room off my company credit card. It's done. Don't worry about it," type thing.
Right.
Like that ended up happening, but that was for one night. $1,600 because they had the F1 race there that was going on and some huge football game. So it was like some obscene rate compared to like what like the corporate company rate that they were getting. And dude, I was livid because it kept like getting thrown back by the hotel. I'm like, no, like you're not like I'm literally talking to the person from the company upstairs. They're saying they're taking care of it. You're saying they're not. And it changed every time. There's well now they're saying they're doing it for 2 days instead of 4, and you're only comp these days. I ended up making this kid at the front desk cry. This
you are a piece of work, Owen.
Classic Owen.
So he was like the male version of Precious. And he was very sensitive, so I had to then that got back to me after it all got resolved, and I had to go like apologize to him, like because he was first off, don't work at the front desk of a hotel if you're like overly sensitive to this type of thing, because that's the type of shit that happens all the time, forever. Like that's a bad job for you. Either way. It all got resolved in the end, and like,
so when you apologize to Boy Precious,
yeah,
how did that go?
I was just like, hey,
I heard come in real humble, or did you still kind of come in like a bit of a D-bag?
I was like, man, I understand.
Half apologize.
Maybe I come off a little bit of away sometimes, and like I didn't.
Oh, you totally put it on him. You're like, maybe I come off a little bit of this way, but you gotta understand.
I never really meant anything, against you, but how would you feel if you had a $1,600
double down? You doubled right down
your card. So I went, yeah. So I had to do that. But Austin, all in all, I enjoyed it this time. I got some good food out in the city. I got did some walking, did some walking to some cool bars and got some of the atmosphere of Austin.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I saw you took some pictures of the Comedy Mothership.
Yeah. I was right there. That was only about like 10 minutes away from the hotel, just walking.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes, it was right in the heart of that. And that, speaking of which, Comedy Mothership, if you don't know, that's Joe Rogan's famous comedy club that he opened there, and Kill Tony is kind of based out of there, right? So it's like the heart of the comedy scene, I think you would say, of Austin. Probably the U.S. really at this point.
It's getting to be that way. You still have meccas in like L.A. and New York, but like even if you listen to comedy, like comedians who've been doing it a while now, they're like, bro, like trying to get a room or a mic in fucking L.A. is trash.
And the amount of like other comedy, it was interesting. The chat room, hey, what's up, Deuce? He's asking if I saw a show. Did not, because the line around the block to get in, not even guaranteed to get in and get a ticket. That it was insane. Like the lines were just like, nah, I'm not waiting in that. I'm only here for so long. Plus, I got to get up tomorrow, and like, it's like
should have went.
If I was there just on vacation, I might have done so, but. No, I'm not about to wait in those types of lines. But what is cool is all of the other little comedy clubs and improvs and stuff that have popped up around there. I mean, all these comedians like on the street, just like giving out free tickets to their shows and just like, and I just thought it was that alone was like kind of nice to see. It's like, oh, there really is a scene here now. It's not just Rogan and his band of misfits, right? Like, it was actually, you can see that it's inspired other people to open up nights and like do comedy nights at bars. And I thought that was really cool. I wish Orlando kind of had that. I mean, we've got little rooms scattered all over, but you really have to like dig into the scene to know where like the open mics are, or to know where, the showcases are and stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think if you get into the comedy scene a little bit, like, it's easy to like, the comedians will tell you like, oh, there's open mics here. But like, for the lay person who just wants to watch,
sure,
I don't think it's as public, because I think a lot of these rooms are actually just for, to be honest, like, if you're telling jokes there, you're usually just telling jokes to other comedians.
That's a lot of the time.
They're all waiting for their turn to come up and tell jokes.
And it's part of the problem that we have with our downtown area, right? Like, we don't, like, our locals don't really go out to downtown. They're not walking Orange Avenue. A very small percentage of people here are going out clubbing, or like, there's no real reason for us to go downtown. And of course, like, the tourists, our tourists are not going to downtown Orlando. They're going to City Walk, or they're going to downtown Disney, or whatever it's called now, Disney Springs. So, but it would be so cool if we had something like that, where even if you're just out having a couple drinks and then, you've got a guy on the corner, hey, come to the free comedy show tonight. I think that we could absolutely have that dynamic with the amount of tourists that we get here. It just takes a name. It takes maybe not a Rogan level name, but it takes a real big name. For instance, who's the Preacher Lawson, right? He's I think would be one of the biggest names in recent years in from Orlando comedy. Yeah. If he had even if he didn't own his own club, if he had a night at a place where it was promoted as Preacher Lawson's, Yuck Yucks or whatever the hell, you could absolutely market on something like that to get people downtown, and then other nights would spawn around in clubs or bars that are close to that.
You probably got if he ever came back, one of the premier comedians that's been working with Tony Hinchcliffe now for maybe about a year and a half.
Oh, my doppelganger.
Yeah, you guys do look the same. Cam Patterson, I was like 2 years ago, I was watching that dude do the Bull and Bush, like tell jokes at the Bull and Bush, and now he is one of the most successful new comedians in like mainstream comedy. He's selling out all over the country.
Sure. Yeah.
Dude, it's ridiculous. But yeah, if he came back to Orlando and was like, hey, we're renaming this club Cam Patterson's Laugh Factory.
Yeah.
Boom. Now you can really just sit there and bank on the fact that you'll have money. I mean, you'll have new comedians coming in. You'll have people coming downtown, but Orlando's got to open that stuff up to them.
It does. And they've only done things to prohibit the nightlife in our downtown scene more than, get behind it, haven't they, in recent years?
What was that? Like, there was a moratorium on opening new bars or nightclubs in downtown Orlando. I'm like, well, then what the fuck do you want to be down?
Well,
there?
and now there's like some law that they have to stop selling, like liquor sales have to stop after 12 o'clock, basically midnight. They can't sell any liquor. So even though they like,
no one's gonna open a bar down there. No one's gonna open a bar. No one's gonna open a nightclub down there.
And then there's nightclubs that have existed for years down there. There used to be opening to 2:00 in the morning, which is always been our closing time, like legally.
Yeah.
That have like, wait a minute. So like we literally like what we've done forever. You're taking the ability for us to make money after midnight. Like it's a real it's
yeah. What do you do?
I know there's lawsuits like actually kind of I think in the mix with that. Like the people that run the Beecham whole like foundation and everything, they're actually I believe suing either City of Orlando or the Orange County government because they're like, hang on, like no, you're literally taking money out of our pockets by enacting this. But let's not get too heavy with it. All in all, though, Austin was good. Of course, then I flew to Atlanta. And then flew Teresa up from Orlando to meet me in Atlanta.
I didn't know any of that was happening. That's awesome.
Yeah, bro. I didn't know you were big dick balling out here, flying women out.
Big dick balling.
Flying my wife out to come meet me. We met at the baggage claim in Atlanta. And it was one of those things, though. Like I had to time the flights. Like so much could have gone wrong. And it was perfect. She had to wait like maybe 15, 20 minutes for like me to get off the plane. And we met at like she'd already got her bag. I grabbed my bag, Ubered to Tom's house, and then chilled. There was a disaster later on, but of course not till we get back to Orlando. Like thanks, Orlando. And it wasn't even really a disaster. But no, it was a great time in Atlanta.
You just went for Fidlar, basically, right?
To hang out with Tom. Like we had three nights there.
But it wasn't anything work related. You just had the swank little holiday trip.
Yeah, I was like, I could either fly home or we could like kind of do this, right? So we wanted a little getaway, and Fidlar wasn't playing anywhere in Florida. I wanted to see him again. That show, it was a lot of fun. But the mix was terrible.
It sucks when you know.
Yeah.
Dude, how bad does that suck for you as like an AV guy? Yeah. You're like,
ooh, it's rough.
And it's what against policy to really go to the music booth and be like, brother, what are you doing?
No, you can't. As much as I would have liked to. Like the venue was great. I loved the venue, but to put it in perspective. The sound was better when I saw them last year at the Social. And the Social isn't like, doesn't notoriously have, no, it's not terrible, but it's not like it has the most pristine sound. It's not like it's, it's not got the greatest PA. It's not got the greatest setup. The sound sounded so much better here in Orlando. The crowd, though, in Atlanta really came out. I've never seen a show with that many stage dives. Like it was every 10, 15 seconds. Like once the show started and like it was a 90-minute set, up, down. And some of it was, entertaining, and it was entertaining for a little bit until you get the people that have been up there like 5 times. And it's like, all right, like you've had your moment, get the fuck out of here now. And it's like, it's the chicks that just want the attention. It's the jock bros that just want attention. Like there's people like camping out on stage. The lead singer, I want to say his name's Zach, was basically just like kicking people off by the end. Like he was over it. Like, no, get the fuck out of here. Boom, boom, boom. And yeah, like we had, it was, it's always so scary when you've got like the clearly like 250 pound, 6 foot, like 5, like football player looking dude on the stage about to do the jump. Some of those people. Oh, dude. I mean, I wasn't down in the pit. Fuck that. Like, nah.
Crowd just moves.
Well, I would have if I was down there. I mean, Jesus. Some of them were way too big to be doing it. It's one thing when it's a 90-pound chick, but when it's a guy that big, it's a little scary. Some people easily, like, I mean, if they didn't break their neck, I'm surprised. They definitely woke up real sore the next day. Like there were a couple of people walking out with like concussions and like bashed heads. You could see a few of them were definitely rattled. But
that was always my fear. As a big dude, that's why I never stage dove, because I've
never done it.
I would think literally.
Owen.
Now, I've crowd surfed. I've done a baby crowd surf, like actually at the social, Andrew WK. But I've never, and it wasn't even that long. But that's about that's as close as I've gotten to it.
Mikey, I understand your reservations, but I'm fucking surprised Owen is a big pansy.
Yeah, man. But could you imagine like being in the crowd and then seeing like me and like, oh shit, he's gonna stage dive?
I don't know, man. I've been both on the receiving and the diving end.
I've been on the receiving.
You look like a stick. You look like you're gonna maybe float down like a slice of paper.
Whatever. Yeah, but he's heavier than you
think.
Yeah, he's heavier than you think. Because he's so fucking tall. The one thing that pisses me off, if you're gonna stage dive, you've got to commit and you've got to do it, right? Like I want like the running jump into the audience, Superman, right? You gotta you gotta do that. No, a lot of these people were doing like they'd get to the edge of the stage and there was no barricade like in between the stage and the audience. So they would get to the edge of the stage, turn their ass to the crowd, and then just kind of like like trust fall into the crowd. I'm like,
it's not a trust fall. This is not a trust fall.
I don't buy it.
You must jump into that.
Yeah. So anyway, I mean, it was fun to go to the show. The front of house guy was like, his subs kept dropping out, so you could see him a couple of times. He's running backstage trying to like do something to reset his amps or something to get his subs back working. The guy did not have a good night. I felt for him more than I was mad because no one wants that. Like he didn't want to make it sound bad. He was just not up to par, and he was clearly their house guy. He wasn't a guy that was touring with Fidlar, which sort of surprising. Like that I felt like they would have been on that level by now to have some like a front of house guy. I think they're not quite that big, but anyway,
I mean, I got a little quick FaceTime while I was D&D.
Yeah. Well, we were hanging around by Tom's fire.
I felt terrible I didn't talk to you guys. It was like the worst timing. You guys caught me right in the middle of killing some big old beast shit. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, I can't not answer this right now because I knew where you were. I just didn't know what was going on.
Yeah. I knew I had to do it and hit you up because, Tom's a good friend of yours. You introduced us. Your ears must have been ringing because your name had come up. I'm like, you know what? I bet you if I FaceTime him right, he won't answer a call probably, but
you're right.
If I because I don't think I've ever FaceTimed you, so I just did it at random and
I felt the pressure.
Lo and behold, he did. He answered. I was suitably impressed. We got to say hello, and I was very impressed by Tom's fire table. So much so that I had to just get one myself. I ordered it the day I got back, and I got it today, and I haven't really put it to use yet, but it's a propane fire table now that I've got out there.
What?
Yeah, I got a propane fire table.
What does that mean?
Let me see. Let me see. I'll show you. I got a picture of it here on my phone. I don't have it. I can
imagine a lot of different variations of a fire table.
Yeah, well, it's pretty cool. Like, all right, so I don't know if you guys can see. I'll put it up to that camera so you guys can see it.
Yeah, it's one of those.
You see it, Mike? I'm not holding it up forever.
I see it,
Michael.
Whoa!
Say look at that, and I'll show it to the audience here. So
is that real fire?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's got
propane fire.
Yeah, it's got a gas tank, like you use for a barbecue grill that goes in the bottom. You hook it up, and it's pretty dope.
Some decorative wood to look like it's burning.
Can you cook on it? I mean, I guess you could, Deuce. It's not really meant for that. No, you can't cook on it, you fucking redneck.
You could.
You could, I guess, if you really wanted to.
Could I make a s'more on it?
You could make a s'more. You'd probably, you could s'more it up. But we got to hanging out with them. We did a lot of breweries.
Who else? There was a lot of people there. Who all did you show me in this FaceTime?
That was just me, Teresa, Catherine, and Tom.
No, there's more people.
No,
I saw more people.
No, there wasn't. Your ex-wife was up there around the same time as us, by the way. She almost She visited them like the day before we got there.
I was gonna say, was she there? Because I feel like I saw more people, but I don't think I saw her.
No, but we did. I enjoyed it from our perspective because I got to see Ty's nerddom, from the other end, and on the FaceTime, and I got to see the whole group of the Dungeons and Dragons. Were you DMing this game?
No, this one I was just playing in.
Okay.
But yeah, we were right in the middle of some shit.
You did look. Did look pretty into it. You did look like this was some serious business. It looked like I was. I mean, I felt bad. I was like, oh man, I'm really interrupting him.
I'm fucking things up.
Well, it's also the awkward moment. Like, we're in a game. Mike knows how it is, but like, you can't just like in the middle just be like, oh, hold on.
Snap out of it.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Do you guys take a break every so often? Like, do you get like a smoke break here or there?
But it's usually not in the middle of combat.
Right.
Pause.
But I was like, guys, I'm sorry. Just give me 1 second.
Car.
Yeah, pretty much. But no, like we left their place. Tom took us to the airport. We flew back. Everything was fine. Pretty much travel wise. We got to, and this kind of ties into something you said in our notes that we put together here, Mike. You said you don't know how to vacation. I'm going to teach you some things about how to vacation and how to do it right.
I don't think it's a problem with any of the things you're going to teach me.
Well, number one is you gotta get into the airport lounges, Mikey, whatever your name is. You gotta get into the airport lounges. Teresa was kind of her first experience on this trip, getting into the lounges. She got
getting to the lounge.
Yeah, getting to lounge.
Which lounge? Which lounge are you in?
Well, I tell you, none of them are as good as the Capital One lounges that I've been in the past. Those are the top. Okay. Those are the top notch.
Swank.
Club MCO, and then Club ATL or whatever it was. That was the one. So I got a mimosa, and Teresa gets her mimosa. We're sitting there, we're chilling for a little bit. I'm like, I'm gonna get see what they got for food. I come back, I get a little sandwichy thing or something, and I sit down. I'm like, food's kind of.
Wait, they just have it like?
Yeah, you just get whatever. It's all free, dude. All the drinks, all the food, it's all free.
What?
Yeah, dude. I don't pay. Well. Yeah. It's all free. You just got a tip.
I don't know.
Yeah. That's why it's the lounge life, buddy. It's what you got to. You can take a nap. You can there's beds in some of them, little cots and stuff. Like, it's a whole. You can get a whole little room to yourself if you want. Like, you could jerk one, you can rub one out. Like, you can take a shower if you want. Like,
I don't think they want me rubbing, or do they care?
I mean, it's a closed room.
People do that all the time.
Oh yeah, I'm sure of it.
You got to jerk off before the flight.
I'm sure me and Teresa could have boned in there if we wanted.
Sure could have.
I wonder how. Would I have to be extremely quiet if I was masturbating on an airplane?
Yes,
how loud are you when you masturbate is a better question.
Yeah,
well, I mean, just the generic skin moving noise,
like the fapping.
Yeah, the fap noise.
Yeah, I think I don't know that that's acceptable on a plane. I think
I'm in the bathroom.
Yeah. Even still, the stewardess is always sitting right outside of the door. Like
that's why I'm doing it.
Yeah, come get me.
Come stop me.
They
and she wants to stop you, but she also sees it and is like,
dangerous game.
Ew, the most dangerous.
So the food was pretty lackluster at the Club ATL, and I take my food back to the bar where Teresa's sitting. I'm like, food's kind of crap at this one.
Fuck this food.
And it's in earshot of the woman that served our drinks. And Teresa's like, stop! Don't say that so loud. I'm like, you think they really fucking care? Like if the I say that, like, never
ejected.
Yeah, no. She's like, this is a privilege. I'm like, no, I deserve better than this.
There it is.
At the Club ATL. Yeah. So
old Karen Owen coming out.
Nah, it was pay for this privilege. God damn it!
I'm a silver level member.
I earned this. Yeah, how dare you? Like some cold ass, like old. Like, what is this? It's been sitting out here forever. This sandwich. This doesn't look appetizing whatsoever.
This bread left a sweat on the counter.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Disgusting. Revolting.
I don't even like it.
No. Anyway, everything's going good. I've got to travel with my, my regular clothes suitcase, but I've also got my audio work box. It's like a big Pelican case. It's got my adapters and cables. It's got my router. It's got, DIs, all sorts of audio gear. And so I'm in two minds. I don't think I'm ever going to check it again. I think I'm just going to try and get that bitch, it's small enough to be carry-on really. Cause I don't like putting it in there. I've got a whole note that I've heard that this is what you're supposed to do too. Cause the TSA wants to open it, right? Like they're curious. They're like, what is in this guy? So I've got a note in mind that says, "Hi, TSA agent. Thank you so much for keeping us safe. Please do your best to treat my audio equipment safe and secure. My case will only close if it's properly packed. Please use the locks on the latches, and if needed, secure it with these supplied zip ties. Thanks." That's a good thing, right? That's a good
dick.
The TSA agent fucking hates you. He's murking this case. He's like, fuck this.
Oh, bro, he's one jumbling everything in there.
He's also mad.
Even if he just opened it, looked at it, he's going in, jimmying some shit around, and then just slamming.
Well, funny you should mention that because the locks were not locked. There was no zip tie on it. The TSA,
because they said "fuck your note, bitch."
Well, I thought it was a polite thing to do. I thought it was.
Wait, this was at the Atlanta airport.
Well, this was at all. I mean, I did this at all the airports. Like, so I went through Orlando to Austin and Austin to Atlanta and then back to Orlando. But it was in so everything was fine. Everything was good. It came out with the regular baggage in Austin. It came out the regular baggage in Atlanta. But then I get back to Orlando, and of course we're flying Frontier, cheapy, because I'm paying for this flight, right? Like the other ones, I got my Delta, but yeah, coming back, I got to pay for that one, so I got to get the cheapy. So we're flying back. Yeah, Teresa's bag comes out, my bag comes out. Like, well, we're waiting forever. Like carousel stops. Ah, shit! Did they lose my Pelican? This isn't good. So I find the desk, right, to go talk to the Frontier agent about it. And I'll get back to this in a second. But she's like, "Oh, was it a different type of case?" I'm like, "I mean, it was like a Pelican case, like for like equipment and stuff." She's like, "Well, how big was it?" I'm like, "Small, like it was, it's not that big. Like it's carry-on, pretty much carry-on size. Why don't you take a carry-on?" Well, because I didn't want to carry it, number one. Listen,
bitch, that's not the problem.
It's not the problem. Where is it? Well, go check oversized baggage. Well, it's not oversized baggage. It's smaller than my suitcase, which I have right here. Sure enough, it's in oversized baggage because it looks different or whatever. I go get it, no problem. But the woman in front of me, and I actually felt really, really bad for. So it's a single mother with a baby in one of those like sling things that they wear.
Bjorn.
Yeah, like one of them. She's got the baby in one of them, and she's obviously flown with her stroller / car seat. You know how that these days it's like the stroller. Like the car seat sits in the stroller, and then you take that thing out and you put it in the car.
It's like a system.
Yeah, it's like a whole system. Well, that like whole thing like was busted. The car seat part of it, right? So she can't put her baby in it because it's clearly like completely like fucking wrecked. So she's asking the Frontier lady, "Okay, so what do I do to get like an insurance claim and all that on this? Like I need to get I need to get a car seat and I need to get this." And like on your whole website, I can't talk to a person. And the woman behind the counter keeps just saying, "You have to go on the website. We can't do anything." She literally says to the person, "Well, why are you here?" Because like
Because we can't do anything.
Because we can't do anything. We literally can't.
I can help in a very select, small amount of circumstances.
So
that's it.
So she asks, well, my car is here in the Orlando airport. I can't travel alone with my baby not in a car seat. I live
Sure you can't, bro. They did it in the 50s.
Of course they did. But I live 2 hours away. What am I supposed to do? You have to. She's like, I don't know. Basically, like, go to she's like the rental car places. You could probably go rent a car seat from them. I'm like, what? Like, the single mother, or like,
bro,
like
that attendant basically was like, I don't know, 1, 2, pick one.
Pick one. Fuck you.
I don't know.
Get fucked.
Go fuck yourself or get fucked.
I do wonder though, because like she probably had to go rent. Think about how much pain in the ass that would be. She probably had to go rent a car seat, put it in her car, drive 2 hours home with the baby, then get another car seat and drive 2 hours back to return the car seat that she rented to drive back again back home.
Maybe.
Bro, that
is thanks. Like, but what else would you do, right?
I mean, like if it's
I drop my baby off somewhere.
Rental spots, you just drop it off wherever you end up.
That's fair, but she could live in the middle of nowhere, right? Like,
that's true.
But wait, here's the deal. That means she literally has to pack up her baby, walk to a rental place, or get shuttled there, or call an Uber, which she can't. Well, an Uber maybe, because then she could legit just
hold on to the baby,
hold the baby for 2. That would suck dick.
I bet you
for 2 whole hours in the car.
I bet you anything baby seats are premium, like fucking like
yeah, dude,
$200-$300 extra.
I bet you it's something
if you rent
stupid.
them?
I bet you it's something stupid.
Oh, because they know you have to have it, and if you didn't have one, they know you can't go anywhere. So they're like,
legally, you can't drive with the baby in the car. Like, I mean,
so wait, if I had an automatic car, couldn't I realistically old baby in my one? So if I'm in an American car, I got my right hand, and it's I obviously have an automatic. I'm not driving a stick like this, but baby like this, car in gear, one-handed driving. You know, you do a little.
Could you pull that off? Sure.
See, she's just bitching now.
Okay. Yeah, she's being difficult, right?
Yeah. She's being a difficult woman.
I think SJ kind of nailed it. It's probably cheaper just to buy one at Wally World. At that point, he's probably right. Like, you either take the risk in your car to get to the nearest like Target or Wally World to the airport, or you Uber there, right? Buy one, then get back to the airport. That's probably what you do.
Bruh. If I'm a police officer and I see this woman one-handing her, like carrying her baby in the driver's seat, woo, what the? And I'd chastise her too. I'd be like, what in the are you doing?
She's had to like.
I'd be out there just.
She just
writing tickets, ripping them off.
She seemed like
ripping tickets, ripping them off.
She seemed like the nicest mom too. I imagine her just bursting into tears.
Oh,
like,
bro, and I'm going hard. I'm like, I need backup for this dirtbag mother.
Yeah. Meanwhile, there's like, every Mexican with their bumper falling off of their car, like going around them. Like,
I'm just waving. I'm like, you have a good day, great citizen. Not like this piece of trash.
Yeah. Man.
No, that does suck. That does suck, because it does when the airport's just literally looking you at the face and being like, I don't know what to tell you. We here right at this airport, we can't do anything.
And I was wondering too, like, what if they had actually lost my case? There's close to $1,000 worth of stuff in that, like I would have had to itemize every bit of it.
Yep.
So now I'm just probably gonna have to take it, carry on, which is a pain in the ass because I don't like the people that do it, that have these what I think should be checked baggage cases on the plane and a backpack and a personal item. But I'm just gonna have to be one of those people from now on because I can't, like, if I'm flying for work, I gotta have that stuff. If they lose that on the way to the gig, I'm more fucked.
Oh yeah,
because then I don't have it for work. Now I'm
if I can get away with it, I'll do everything on the carry-on. Yeah. That was always my attack. Like, if I can minimize enough to take everything I need in a carry-on, awesome. If I have to check a bag, that sucks because I have to wait longer.
What is
okay? That I did. That's why I just chuckled.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so but back to the original point of all
redneck
this.
gibberish strikes again in the chat room.
Ooh, it never goes away. So I think, I think I've told you before. Like I haven't taken too many vacations, probably ever.
No,
I take like the occasional 3 days off at a time.
Yeah, you did a Tom and Dan cruise once or something, right? Twice.
Yeah, and those are like I'm gone for like 4 days.
Yeah. And that's a pre-planned kind of don't have to think about anything type of deal. You just got to get yourself to the port, and that's that, right?
Yeah. My problem is outside of like going to a cruise, vacations just seem like. In my mind, like all I really want is to not go to work.
Yeah. I mean,
that's all I want.
Yeah.
I don't, and I think that it's because I've always been poor. It's kind of been like, bro, you're good. Like you're just not at work. That's cool. That's all you really need.
Don't you want to get high somewhere different? Don't you want to see the world a little bit? Don't you want to like?
It's nice to go to a different environment.
Yeah,
I do, but it just seems like so much. And when I get there, dude, I feel like no matter where I go, it's gonna be disappointing.
No way, dude.
Aww.
No.
I think I'm too jaded to vacation.
You got to go do some North Georgia mountain cabin trip, right? You get
can't
high.
Smoke weed.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can.
In Georgia,
smoke that weed. Smoke it all.
Smoke weed.
Okay. Well, I mean. So, but yeah, I think that's what the problem is. I just
Colorado.
think, like,
what about if you went to Colorado, right? You went to Denver for a little while. You got an Airbnb out there. You flew out there. You could go to different dispensaries. You could try different stuff. You could walk around the street. You could smoke weed anywhere. And then you're just like, whoa, what's up, city? And then you check out some
what's up, weed?
What's up, weed? And then you check out some
But then I feel like I'm like, there's a part of my brain that's going to go, you could have done this at home.
Yeah, but it's part of the fun. You got to experience different places.
Yeah. I do want to do that stuff, but I also...
I mean, it's expensive. It is. But that's why you got to get like a good credit card that gets you points. Like, all kidding aside, me and Teresa would not be able to do half the trips that we do if we didn't have our finances set up that way so that literally every purchase that we make goes on our Venture X card and gets us points so that literally like Airbnb is taken care of, rental cars taken care of, boom, boom, boom. And you do, and you'll be surprised in a year, like if you did that for a year, how much you'd be able to save and not have to even pay. And you've basically got a free trip out of it. And then you get yourself into the lounges, bro.
Okay. I got to get a credit card. I think
you do have to get a credit card.
I don't have any.
You don't have any credit, man. Why? You people are crazy if you don't have credit cards. You got to
avoided
bro,
credit
I'm
cards
so
my
broke.
entire life.
Yeah.
No,
I've always lived like out of my wallet. I've never had enough money to really. It's only been within the past couple of years that I've had enough money.
But if your debit card gets hacked, that's your money that you probably won't get back as easy as if your credit card gets hacked. Guess what? That's the credit cards company's money. They want that money back. They will chase it down. Like,
yeah.
It's a much safer way to do all of your finances. Just keep your debit card, you keep your checking account, you pay off your credit card, put everything on there, and then you pay it off. You never use your debit card. You never use it. I haven't touched my debit card in 4 years.
Oh my God.
That sounds so scary.
No, I don't. I don't do it. That's the way.
Bro, it's just weird. I feel like I'm
That's the way I get trips. That's the way I do. That's the way I'm able to. That's the way
I've made plenty of money, but I still have never once.
Well, Ty, you can't be trusted with a credit card for different reasons because you will just be like $5,000 limit.
Fuck it, I'm doing it.
Fucking new turntable.
This is also true. I know what I would do with the credit card, so I stay out of that mix.
I do. Yeah, I think I would have a similar.
Look at my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle room. Whoa. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Janine would come home and there'd be like 8 Amazon boxes that all had 10 turtles in them, and I'd be like, I mean, we gotta start making payments on the credit card now. Probably. Yeah. But bro, check out the turtle room.
Yeah. You could pay off the turtle room. It's fine. Just no. That is Owen's financial tip of the day. I
live on a credit card.
Get credit cards.
I won't use his name, but I did meet a fascinating character when I was in Austin who I worked with. He used to have I got to get him on the show. Fuck it, I'll say his name. His name is Kevin LaPalm. And he had a magazine called
LaPalm. You know Kevin LaPalm.
Well, as crazy as it sounds, like it took me a couple days to like, oh shit, like I do kind of know of you. So this dude's been a photographer, videographer, and has a magazine, LaPalm magazine, that's sold in airports. It's like high fashion. He's photographed celebrities, like tons of celebrities, met tons of people. This guy's an absolute character. Again, I want to get him on the show. Real funny dude. But he's telling me, because he hangs around with all these, like, because of that, his career and stuff, he does have like this group of like socialite type chicks he hangs out with, right? That think he's funny and like,
okay.
So he's
getting cool.
He's always in like swanky ass places and stuff. And he's got this one friend. And he says it's more of a friend, but I can tell he's probably trying to put some game on this, you know? And he was telling me the story about how he's like, oh yeah, I complimented her. I don't think she took it as a compliment. She's like, she got her hair straightened. She came out one night, she got her hair straightened or something, and it looked really nice, like conditioned or whatever. And he said, oh, your hair is beautiful. It looks like horse hair.
I mean,
and
I don't know.
And she stopped. And she stopped.
Good.
She stopped. She's like,
I don't.
Did you just say I have hair like a horse? And he's like, no. It's beautiful. Like, you know, horses. They've got beautiful manes. They've got the best hair of animals, right? I mean, I can see it.
Minks must be pretty good because they make fucking coats out of them.
So I've
never seen too many horse coats.
So
they exist.
I don't know. I'm sure they might. I don't know. Mongolia probably. I don't know. They got horses. But yeah, he was asking if that was like a real like bad comment to make. I'm like, I think you're all right.
Yeah.
Personally, I think you're all right. I think it's a great compliment, Kevin.
I tell you 100%. If I was single and went out on a date, and the first thing I said, if I went on 100 dates with 100 girls, I'll even throw 10 guys in the mix, 90 girls, 10 guys, and you go up to them, bro, I'm telling you, the numbers are going to skew higher, that people are going to be like, what the fuck?
I mean, it's a little unorthodox.
Hold on. I have a woman right here, right now. Let me just ask my wife, Janine, if I was to come up to you and be like, oh my God, Janine, your hair is beautiful. It's beautiful like horse hair.
But no.
She loves it. She loves it. Look at her right now. She's radiating energy. Okay. Look at her.
That face.
It's okay.
Yeah. It's an odd acceptance of like, oh, thank you.
I think you tried to say something nice.
There's no radiance of like, oh, horse hair. Oh my! I thought it looked good, but not horse hair.
Horse hair.
I mean, go get the fucking air blower, the hair dryer out. You know, just run it through for a minute. Come back. Yeah. Give me that wavy Janine hair. Like, wavy horse Janine hair. It's gonna be great.
Give me that Mr. Ed.
Why is it Mr. Ed? No,
that's the only horse. It's the only horse I can think of.
Babe, your hair, it looks like Seabiscuit.
Yeah.
Yo, you guys ever use that horsehair shampoo?
Oh yeah. No, the horsehair shampoo and the purple like
that shit's
the
good.
Horsehair. That stuff's good. Anytime I colored my hair like a couple times as a kid and like a teen for different things, and anytime we would bleach my hair, we'd have to bleach it to do the color. My mom would get the little, it wasn't like the full big bottle, but she'd get like the little packet, the single-use packet
of horsehair shampoo.
Smells. It smells so good.
Why don't we all use horse shampoo?
I did get the big fucking jug one time. It took a long time to get through that, but I did like it.
Real quick, mini sidebar. We all love having our hair washed, right? Is that not a common?
Sure.
At the like the hairdressers and
by
stuff.
someone. I don't mean like
touch
washing your hair. Like like having someone else wash your hair.
It's a nice feeling, but what I don't like is the sink that your head goes into in the back of your neck's always in a weird, uncomfortable thing. Like I'm not a big fan of that. But no, the feeling of someone like massaging your hair is good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of my. If I could have like top 3 feelings, that's like right up in there is having someone wash my hair. My mom's done it a couple times, like when I have had my hair colored and stuff, and that's still like an all-time favorite memory and feeling is like having my hair washed.
My buddy used to do mushrooms and specifically go to the hairdressers after doing mushrooms to get his hair washed and stuff.
Are you talking about me?
It does sound like a very Thai thing to do. He also used to
That sounds like a very me thing I want to start doing.
I mean, all my friends were hairdressers. I did mushrooms and got my hair cut.
Yeah.
Got it washed. It was great.
He also used to do mushrooms and go to the dentist. He used to love going to the dentist on mushrooms because he felt like it was getting like the clean, like I don't know.
I'm not as into that, I suppose.
Yeah, that's I could do without that one. All right, we talked about my fire table. Oh, we need to talk about this text message I got today with an accompanying video that I got. This, of course, in Florida, everywhere we're coming up on, the elections, but of course we've got Florida elections, here.
Can I just say before you go into your full story, every fucking election that ever happens, I get 9 million fucking texts that think I'm Cyrus. I don't know who the fuck Cyrus is. Why is it Cyrus?
And he's a hardcore Republican, isn't he?
Oh.
Yeah.
Non-stop. Cyrus, come do this. Blah, blah, blah.
Come to the rally, Cyrus.
Well, I donated.
We got the words ready. We're at the lynching, Cyrus. Come on.
I don't think I get shit for myself as Tyler fucking Witcher, but I do also get a ton for fucking Tabitha. Still. From Tabitha.
Well, that's
how does that even happen?
That's because you were probably.
She did that on purpose.
Oh yeah.
I figured.
No, it's because she paid his phone bill for so many years that it's on her phone plan, so it just comes across as her name probably.
What? That never happened.
Yeah, okay.
I'm fairly certain Janine's dad put me on some sort of like calls lists because I get all sorts of calls for fucking.
I get them. I think everybody gets them at this point. Like
I don't get any for me. Why don't I get any for me? I'm not mad, but what the fuck is all this other bullshit?
Well, it made me think twice about ever donating again because I donated once to the Harris thing.
Oh my God, you did that?
Yeah, just so I could get a couple signs and show my support and all that, And but not every day. It's Owen. This is Tim Waltz. Do you have $63 you can donate today? No,
sick.
Tim, get out of here. But that's not the one I wanted to talk about. So I got this one. I got this one today. And if you're not familiar, we've got Amendment 3 coming up, and that is the recreational marijuana bill.
Let it happen.
Right? And part of the anti, I got one from the anti, vote no on 3 amendment, and it was this. It says there's a video attached which I'll show you guys here in a second, but it says, picture this. It's the perfect Florida day. You're on the beach enjoying your walk when, wham!
I'm stoned.
Wham! You're hit with the unmistakable stench of weed.
Oh, fuck.
Later that day, you head to the park with your kids, and there it is again. Immediately, you head home only to find your next-door neighbor out on their apartment balcony smoking a joint.
Goddamn right.
Hell yeah.
Something you used to only smell on sketchy streets and dark alleyways is now completely inescapable. Don't let this become Florida's new reality. Learn the truth about Amendment 3 and vote no. All right, so that's
have you driven in Orlando recently?
Yeah, it smells like weed. It smells like weed everywhere in every city in America. Like it I'm sure it's not going to make it
stopped smelling like weed.
Exactly,
bro.
It's not going to. It's exactly no. That was part of my argument for it. I'm like, this ain't gonna change nothing. But they did send this video over. Let me go ahead and just optimize so I can show the people at home. Throw this up. Oh, shit. 1 second. I got to launch the programs. 1 second. Hang on. Huh? Make it so complicated. Oh, I got to cancel that, I think. And then do that. And then do that.
That's your pornography, boy.
Here we go. Here we go. So yeah, this is the video that they sent me here. No on smell. Pretty much. No on smell. Damn it.
Ooh, I want to smell.
Yeah, here we go.
Since Colorado legalized weed, I smell it everywhere.
I'm at the park with my kids, and they're like, Mommy, what's that smell?
Smells like a dead skunk. Just gross. Can't even eat my lunch.
I was fine with legalizing weed. No problem.
I voted for it, but it ruined Colorado.
California has gone to...
Wouldn't have voted for it.
Don't turn into California.
Don't become Colorado.
Vote no on Amendment 3.
So that's part of their campaign is, man.
This is the weakest proposal, anti-weed proposal right here.
It's
like, it's gonna smell.
Let me
give you my asshole, dude.
So, like, part of the argument too now is I gotta stop and redo it here. 1 second. Part of the argument that they're throwing out too is it's all big weeds coming for you. That type of thing, and
that's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Big weed can get me.
Big weed and greed, okay.
In Florida,
this one's not that good. I'll do this one here.
Dude, what's the problem with Amendment 3?
it's not just about smoking a little weed in your house. It's about smoking anywhere in public, even at restaurants.
Nobody wants that.
Yeah, can you imagine what our hotels would smell like? That would be awful.
Smoking at home is one thing, but not in our bar.
Yeah.
You don't like it?
What?
Huh?
What?
Who the fuck says
you can't
nobody
even do that?
Nobody wants to be able to smoke in a bar. I'm like,
this is outrageously wrong.
This is misleading as
We can't
fuck.
stop people from smoking weed in public if Amendment 3 passes.
Weed in public spaces. Think about it. 70,000 people in a stadium.
All right, gay black man.
And what about our theme parks?
And what about...
Like the businesses,
they can all still say no.
No, exactly. Just like you're not allowed to smoke on the fucking roller coaster, the Hulk roller coaster. Universal could be like,
wait, I can't.
Like, well, I mean, I don't know.
I'm gonna.
I've done that.
I hope you know I'm gonna.
If you can't smoke, like businesses will have the choice, just like they do with cigarettes or anything else. They can make the choice to not let you smoke there.
At our playground.
Also, guess what? If you don't like it,
family here just...
If you don't like it, what?
If you don't like the smell, move out of fucking Florida.
Yeah.
As I bring my family to a park where there's innocent children and people are smoking marijuana everywhere,
and kids will wind up in the emergency room because weed gummies look like candy, and kids are going to want to eat them.
A few corporations put up $100 million just to get
them. Then don't fucking leave them out.
$100 million. And they're the only ones that can sell it. And you can't even grow it yourself.
Okay, that is the only argument that they actually do have. Is
that I am upset about.
Is that
I am upset.
You can't grow it, and that there will be kind of a monopoly by big companies being able to take hold of it. But guess what? It's an amendment. It will get changed over time. We need to take the step into recreational before we can, challenge that, right? That's what I think will happen eventually over time. You'll be able to grow X amount or whatever.
But guess what? I can't grow any of it right now when it's fucking illegal.
Yep, exactly. And here we go. We got.
As an emergency doctor in California, I want to share with you what I've seen since we legalized weed. Every day, kids are rushed into our hospital with marijuana poisoning.
Are they?
Weed is packaged like candy.
Marijuana poisoning?
Kids and babies are eating it. Their eyes roll back in their head.
Babies?
They seize up, and some end up on a ventilator.
Again, you're a bad parent then. Like, it's... We
that shit is bullshit. This did not happen.
Yeah.
I call bullshit.
I mean, look at the way White Claw is marketed. That doesn't look like a soda, right? Like at the end of the day, a kid could just pick up a alcoholic beverage and just drink it. So I guess we should not allow that. Oh, I've hit the wrong thing. I don't know what that is. My bad.
Hey, guess what, bro? You shouldn't keep liquor in your house because your kids are gonna eventually want to drink it.
Yeah,
you can leave it. Guess what? Leave it in the bottle. They're still gonna want to drink it.
Yep.
You could put it in a big bottle that says adults only XXXXX. They are still going to want to drink it.
And then this one is the only one that kind of makes some sense about the growing thing. Here's some more propaganda for you.
Amendment 3 could legalize recreational marijuana.
Look at this guy. This stoner.
What?
So this guy, he was sitting eating his breakfast. He hears on the news could legalize recreational marijuana. He rushes to his dream garden box and starts to plant, I guess.
What do you think you're doing?
I'm getting ready to grow my weed. Amendment 3 is on the ballot, and oh my God, who are you?
I'm Big Weed. Actually, we wrote Amendment 3, so we're the only ones that can grow it.
So I can't grow
Not
Big
even
Weed.
one plant.
So Amendment 3 is not about freedom. I vote no.
Big Weed, baby. We control everything.
Big Weed.
Okay, so there's also then the argument too that, okay, granted you might not legally be able to grow it, right? But say you did grow it and then you were caught smoking it. Are they going to be able to differentiate from the weed that I grew than the weed I bought? You know what I mean? Like how would that?
You'd have to catch me growing it.
Yeah, you'd have to catch that. So the whole thing's dumb, but I just thought that was kind of funny because their main argument their main argument is the smell.
Yeah, dude. And listen, I'm not one of these people. I know what I said when we talked about it, but I'm not one of these people who's like, yeah, well, fuck you. Like, dude, I understand that you don't. There are people out there that don't like the smell, that think it's gross, that think it's bad, whatever. But at the same respect, man, like, do you have a problem with like parents who are drinking wine in a tumbler
at the playground or pick up their kids? Because that's definitely happening.
Do you have a problem with every parent who can't go watch a fucking baseball game without a beer or a couple fucking drinks in their hand? Like, if we're really gonna be like, oh well, my kids could be out here and they could catch people smoking weed. Your kids could be out here and catch people being drunk as shit, because that happens literally all the time.
Yeah, and way more dangerous.
Super dangerous.
I don't know what the hell you're trying to say, Kyle Deuce in the chat room, but if you do want to call in, the phone lines are open. 407-906-6466. I just opened them up if you did want to give a call. I think that's what your redneck ass was trying to say.
Yeah.
Last thing before we maybe go on break here. You know what I think it's time for? It's time for a little bit of Oh No Show and Tell. Yeah, baby. Look at the boys. They're running to get their items. Ladies and gentlemen, Ohno Show and Tell is where I ask Mikey and Ty to bring in something each week. And this week, I asked them to bring in their, what did I ask you? I asked you to bring in your coolest drinking glass / cup. I like a good cup. I like a good glass. And we'll find out what they have. Maybe should I start? I'll start this week. It's been a while since I've started. I got a new glass this week on my trip, courtesy of one Tom Barilli. This was at a brewery that I went to, called Outrun Brewing. Well, they had a lot of what do you call it? Flamingos. That's what they're called. They're called flamingos, right? They had a lot of flamingo stuff. It was they had a lot of pink stuff there. They had a lot of wrestling stuff, which of course I really enjoyed. So this is my new Outrun Brewing glass, and check out my super buff flamingo wrestler, guys, on this glass right here.
That is awesome.
Look at this, Mikey. Have you seen it?
Oh, that's a buff flamingo.
See, look at the buff flamingo. I'll show the audience here.
Buff as fuck.
I like this new glass. It's a nice size, a nice hefty glass. You know, it's not that cheap. It's not that cheap bullshit sort of weak glass, and it's got a very cool flamingo buff man on it.
It is pretty rad.
Yeah,
I like buff mingo.
Yeah, it's a buff flamingo. What do you guys got? That was mine. That was mine this week.
All right, I don't mind. I'll go.
Okay.
So I got my cup that I'm about to show at, I believe it was last year's White Elephant. At my Christmas White Elephant with my family.
Mm-hmm.
I believe they came with a little bit of cash in them, but they're a pretty swanky cup, and I do love it.
Okay.
So what we got right here is my cup.
Whoa.
And it's you think it's a big cup, but what it really is, it's got like a little dish in there and a straw that comes through, so you can put snacks in your cup.
Looks like it would be good for nachos. You know, perhaps.
Oh, you could definitely put a cheese in one side.
Yeah.
A little chippy in the other side. I've done salsa in it that worked really well.
Okay, I like Ty's idea though. That's a good Bloody Mary cup, right? Because
yeah.
Especially
all the things.
Yeah,
that'd be one fucking huge Bloody Mary.
It's about the right size. Yeah.
And
I don't drink them, so
you like a good straw. Are you a strawman?
Oh yeah.
Like a good straw?
I actually am
got a whistle on it.
I'm anti-straw.
You're anti-straw?
Yeah.
What?
I go back and forth.
I love a straw.
I don't mind a straw. I like a Yeti.
I would drink
with a straw.
almost all beverages out of straws if I could.
I like a straw. I don't like a beer with a straw. I don't like beer and straw doesn't work. But
that is true.
I'll drink a beer through a straw. I don't give a fuck.
No.
Give me a wide enough gauge straw. I will. Let me sip a beer.
It's not a bad one though. It's not a bad one, Mikey. It's a solid.
And it's American as fuck.
It is American as fuck. It is.
It's got a handle.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. You don't got to like hold it by the cup.
I like it. Ty, want to round us out with your best cup?
So my favorite cups are cups I rarely will use because I love them so much.
Oh, yeah.
I got 2 cups from local Orlando fucking badass Scott Scheidley. He is known for a number of things. Like, he's a badass artist, first of all.
Okay.
Like, straight up artist. But he helped redesign and put in a lot of shit for the new, what's it called? The famous fucking tiki spot in Disney.
Oh, I don't know the name of it, but I know what you're talking about. There's a tiki joint down there. I don't know the name of it.
The Jungle River Cruise?
No, it's like straight up tiki bar that they just redid recently.
It's not the Adventurers Club or anything like that.
What'd you say?
Adventurers Club?
No, it's not called the Tiki Room. I don't think so. It's going to piss me off. I can't remember.
Let me look. Well, keep going. I'll see if I can find it.
Regardless, Scott is a badass. He's also hilarious. We go back a long ways. Tom knows him pretty well, too. But he designed both these cups.
Trader Sam's? Trader Sam's?
Yeah.
That's it.
That one.
Yeah.
No, Trader
Sam's Tiki Terrace, Trader Sam's Grotto. Like, I put in Disney Springs Tiki, and it came up, buddy. Like, I'm pretty sure it's that.
It's pretty famous. It's been around a long time, and they do make good tiki drink. But regardless, Homeboy made both of these for a different tiki glass company. That
whoa!
Oh wow, those are good.
I like those.
Okay, let's start on the skull one first. All right, it's just a lot of cool skulls.
This shit is sexy as fuck.
Yeah, that's a good looking.
I have art of his. You've seen my like pear smoking weed, the art. Haven't you seen that?
Yeah, I don't remember it.
I mean, it was up at my house. I have a bunch of different shit.
Okay.
And then both of these.
That guy looks like an Invader Zim character or something.
God,
right?
I love that dude so much, though.
That's so cool. That looks almost like a tiki fat alien baby. Right?
In all honesty, I can't do tiki drinks often because the crazy amount of sugar in it.
Well, it's like it's all rum usually, right?
Yeah, and I like rum, but only to a degree. Like, I'll have one crazy tiki drink and I'm done.
Yeah. A couple of my buddies I was on the show with, they wanted to keep going to this tiki bar in Austin. I'm like, oh, God, like, I just need a beer.
Oh.
I also have this anime cup that I love.
Okay.
The titties.
I mean,
and booty.
It's a cartoon, Ty. It's not real. You can't fuck it.
I love anime so much.
Oh, that's where you're wrong, Owen. That's where you're wrong.
What do you mean? How can you bang the anime?
You know what? I'm gonna let you Ty?
Let you do some searching. I'm gonna let you do some.
Oh, I was just gonna let Ty explain it.
Oh,
you can hand bang anything, but you can't actually bang it.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
it's a cartoon. You cannot, just like fish aren't animals.
Now, see, again, you're making it confusing because now you're making me think I can actually bang a cartoon because fish are in fact animals.
Not proven. Not proven. No.
How do you mean it's not proven?
Not proven. I haven't seen the proof of that. Fish are fish, and animals are animals.
So what are bugs?
Bugs. They're insects. They're not animals either.
You're going flat earther on us.
Fish are not animals. Just like animes are not humans that you cannot penetrate with your penis.
What? I mean,
what if I got a waifu pillow?
That's a pillow. Also not a human.
With anime on it.
Also not a human. That's a pillow.
But I could put my dick in a pillow.
You could put your dick in a pillow, but it would be a pillow, not an anime.
An anime pillow?
But it would be an anime pillow. That's fine, but it's still a pillow.
I think it's close enough to count.
No,
it loves me. I love it. It's cool.
This is not the way that this. This is not the way that it works. Nope.
Maybe not narrow-minded Owen land.
Can you bang a fish? No, you can't.
Yep. Well,
don't try to challenge that notion.
That one you
I
can't
guarantee you that's happened.
I could 100% hold a fish and put it on my wiener.
Okay, all kidding aside, there was something that somebody posted today about Tom Cruise banging fish. And I don't know what the story is, but hang on. Tom.
If anyone
Cruise
can, he's got the money to.
Bang, Tom Cruise fish. Tom Cruise.
Not that I think that's a money thing. I don't think fish are really gold diggers.
I mean, fish is such a broad term.
Apparently, it's a viral TikTok conspiracy lore. That's popped up.
Do they have like a photo of him with his dick in a fish?
Legendary actor is trending for all the wrong reasons. Rumors date back to 2020.
That's not a bad reason.
They claim to have seen a celebrity purchase some raw sea bass and then take the fish as is unwrapped into a bathroom and exit without it after about 10 minutes. Okay. He could have just...
Wait, so that means he fucked
He went into a bathroom with a fish.
And the fish didn't come out.
He left without a fish.
He was wearing a mask, but I knew it was him because he had security with him and because I heard he was filming in the city. I believe I know who the fish bathroom guy is. They said it's him. The actor was taking a while. He carefully examined every fish that he placed on the scale. He finally settled on one.
This is the fish I want.
He requested that it not be wrapped when he bought it.
You can't fuck it with a wrapper on it.
Hang on. Basically, this might be a thing that he does because there's something in with a pompano fish in a Beijing market. Yeah, I don't know. I guess Tom Cruise. I got to dig deeper into this.
Hold on. So we're theorizing that famous actor Tom Cruise travels all around the world putting his dick in fish. And the only evidence we have is that he bought a fish, unwrapped, took it to a bathroom, and then just didn't come back with it.
Yeah, I mean...
So this
is what it seems like.
Wild conclusion to that story.
Yeah. I'm trying to find more on it here. It keeps just saying that he went into the men's room with the fish and wrapped it in a bunch of paper towels. He likes to fuck fish, apparently. Yeah. Apparently, yeah.
The evidence always points.
No. By this logic,
fish.
If I bought a teapot at Walmart and took the teapot into the bathroom and then just didn't come back out with a teapot, the headline is now Mike B. fucks teapots.
Well, why is he walking into bathrooms with raw fish? And what's he doing with the raw fish and then not coming back out? Then they found it in the trash can after. What's he doing with the fish in the bathroom?
Yeah. Did they find a bunch of cum in the fish?
They might
Probably.
have. Probably. Yeah.
Evidence
and more to the point. So what? If the man, if a rich look at all the things rich men fuck. Most of them they shouldn't do.
Let me see here.
The fish, an already dead fish, is literally the tamest thing that an ultra rich guy could fuck.
Necrofishmancy is not a good scene, Tom Cruise. You should stay out of that.
Yeah, dude.
Hang on.
Aqua necrophilia is definitely weird.
There's this woman. Here's a woman. It's just going to be the audio. Here's a woman talking about it here. Here we go.
Fucking fish.
Yeah, here we go. Doesn't matter. They're not animals.
God.
Get out of the wind.
Oh,
sick.
Awesome. Metal.
I did hear something about that, but yeah,
I was depressed, so I went to a Walmart. Popped in the fucking oven.
Baked myself.
There's a teenage Walmart employee was found dead in store in a walk-in oven.
Was she actually cooked or just dead in an oven?
She also worked there. I think I can probably get some.
Oh, she did work
there. Hang on here. Might be an ad that pops up. 1 second. This ad will end in 9 seconds. Let's see if it gives us an actual little rundown of this. 1 second. Oh, God damn it, Obama.
Bam.
Obama popped up.
Man, I saw some saw some way to type in a YouTube address to get rid of ads. Forgot already.
It's not even. It's YouTube. I don't have a problem with. It's this shit. Hang on. When it's all these random ass websites, and now your audio doesn't work. Come on, website.
Oh.
19-year-old was found dead inside a walk-in bakery oven at a Halifax, Canada Walmart. That's pretty shitty.
Fucking sick, bro.
According to the Daily Mail, first responders indicated she was locked in and the oven was still on. That's pretty gnarly. At first, they were unsure if power to the oven could be turned off. I mean, I'm sure it can. It's called a breaker.
They just didn't like her, bro.
Yeah, maybe she was a shit employee.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
It was on.
I didn't know if we could actually turn the power off.
Jesus.
Can't you just press the fucking off button?
We just watched her cook for like 4 hours. It was pretty wild.
You know, that first hour was kind of crazy because she was still pretty active.
Yeah.
Sounds like her mom tried to find her after not seeing her for about an hour. She grew worried when her phone was unreachable. Generally, she had her phone. Oh, now you're going to play the audio? Thanks, thing. Fucking for the commercial, it'll play it. Fucking assholes. She was found. It's weird, though, because it sounds like she was found outside the oven. It sounds like she was murdered, to be honest. Like, she was, like, kept in there, and then they kind of, like, I don't know, maybe, ugh.
Sounds like maybe Tom Cruise was putting girls in ovens
maybe.
and fucking them afterward. I don't know, maybe.
Where was the fish? Where was the fish?
You got over fish.
I think that's a good place for us to end our first segment on. That's a delightful way. A lot of stuff in that first segment there, guys. A lot of juicy stuff there. Let's take a 10-minute break. Come back with a little bit of 2.0. We'll do some clips and wrap this thing out. How's that sound?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
All right, let's do that. Guys, like I said, we're back in like 10 minutes. Stick around for more Ohno Radio Show. If you don't want to do that, if you're on the twitch.tv/ONRS Live, you can always catch us on our podcast feeds. Just go to OhnoRadioShow.com or type in Ohno Radio Show wherever you get your podcasts. If you want to leave us a voicemail, it's over at 407-906-6466. What else we got? Patreon.com/ONRS if you want to donate some of your hard-earned cash. That is always super appreciated. Oh, and don't forget to check us out on YouTube and on TikTok. Just type in Ohno Media for that. Yeah. Ohno Media on TikTok. I did find it funny that one of the comments on one of our TikTok videos we got last week was, we don't need another podcast. Tough.
That doesn't apply to us.
Tough. We've been doing this for a long time. Love you guys. We'll see you in just a few. And what do we say when we get out of here for the first segment, boys? Fuck
your dreams.
Fuck 'em. back to the Ohno Radio Show. This is Ohno 2.0, your second dose of Oh No for the week, or maybe even just for the evening. I'm here, of course, with my good buddy Mike B, the venereal disease of podcasting. and Ty Witcher.
Mike.
No, it's the fentanyl. The fentanyl of podcasting, Mikey.
And Ty, the poof of podcasting.
Poof podcaster Ty.
I'm happy you're doing your little your sexy voice, your sort of, your VOs there, Ty.
Poof podcaster.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Because it actually ties right into something I wanted to discuss at the top of the hour here. And you remember way back when I did some VOs for some corporate work, and you guys said I sounded too drunk when I did them, and I couldn't use them. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I had to do new ones. Do you want to hear them? I got new ones. Here we go.
Cannot fucking wait.
Here we go. Yeah, hey, that's pretty good.
Fucking loser.
That's pretty good, right? That's pretty good.
Not too terrible.
Not too terrible. All right, here we go. All right, pretty good. It's pretty good.
Sibilance.
I want more zazz.
Sibilance.
Yeah. All right. I probably can't play that one because that's like an actual name there.
I'm laughing because of all of the things, but that is not bad.
Well, it's not like you said, confirmed pedophile.
Did you play it dry? Do you play it with like fucking reverb and effects and shit?
I'll put there'll be a music bed underneath and I'll play it dry. That's all. Yeah,
I'm just curious.
Yeah, that's probably all I'll do here. Hey, all right, that's pretty.
I mean, it's easy enough to do your own. I know we're podcasting folk and whatnot, but did you ever think about like AI? Or any of that?
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. It's too much work. It's too much work.
Sometimes.
Did you ever think about doing a funny voice?
Hey guys, well, thank you for joining the show.
Dude. That'll either make or break you. You'll have like the best gig forever for the rest of your life, or they'll fire you on the spot. One or the other.
We can't hear the video. Soon Twitch. Well, that's odd because it seems like should be working. No, I think that's on your end. Maybe refresh your stream.
I can hear it.
I can hear it too, I think.
Dude, so I just turned my audio on the Twitch stream. I can hear it, brother. I think that might be on your end.
On your end.
Call and complain to Spectrum. Do it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You'll get Ty. Yeah. So, no, it's like I either have to probably do those like VOs live, or I have to make someone else do those VOs live, and no one ever wants to do it. And it's like in the program. So
Call me, I'll do them live.
Fuck it. I'll just, but I can't.
Owen's acting like he doesn't want to do it. He loves doing it.
Well, I do kind of like it, but it's also like kind of embarrassing because they're like, who's doing that? Like, I don't know. It's like,
hey, everyone.
Wasn't really
take your seats because we're starting in 5 minutes.
Yeah, see, it's not corporate enough. You need to up the corporate. You need to up the corporate.
Please send your requisition forms for a seat into the front office 3 to 5 business days before the conference.
It's not the script, Mikey. You gotta follow the script. That's not what it says.
Scripts be damned.
I know.
Scripts are for squares.
So I did tell you about when the hurricane came through, my fence blew down.
Yeah.
Well, I had to do
the P fence.
Yeah.
Right?
It was like, so if like you go into the P